Whew. Good morning. Good morning. Sunday morning, October 19th. October 19th. I know because there's an Iron Man going on in downtown, and it's signs are up everywhere letting you know on the 19th roads are going to be blocked and you can't go nowhere. All right, so this morning I've already been out. I've done my walk with my heavy vest. I only did 2 laps because today is kind of an abbreviated version. Turn that music off so I can actually hear myself think. Today is an abbreviated version. Oh.
What's up, losers? Today, you're gonna watch me fart. Today we're gonna bike across America.
Morning, let's try this again. Let's try this for the second time. After I was so rudely interrupted by my daughter who came out here to take her truck, which I was using as the backstop for all of my equipment, which I've actually put onto the back of my truck now. So my daughter is going out to go play disc golf with my brothers and my old disc golf crew. I've got her into playing disc golf, and she is addicted to it just like I was for several years. I had to stop playing because my wife requires 24 around the clock care, and I am the only one that I can afford to pay to take care of her. So that's where I'm at. So her truck was backed up in the parking in the driveway, and my truck was parked the other way. So I was just using her tailgate to put all my stuff on. So I'm in the middle of opening my my video. She comes out and wants the truck, and she looked at me all like, "What are you doing?" So I had to move everything. So all right, so here we are. We're back. We did our walk. We got our walk done. Getting ready to take this off. We're gonna do some warm-ups, chest presses. Today is press day, and I'm going to do the same thing I always do. I'm gonna go for max amount of reps till total fatigue. And instead of doing the second set with the other band, I'm gonna continue with that second set until I hit 30 reps. So that's today's plan, is to do as many as I can to total fatigue, take a break, and then finish out to hit 30 reps. When no matter what it is, whether it's chest press, whether it's overhead, whether it's triceps, but I'm not doing it with the leg when I do my single leg squat. So far, that little plan has been working really good. I did not have any fatigue or any pain, nothing in the low back or anything, doing just one leg one day and then one leg the next day. I took the day off yesterday, not completely, but I took the day off from lifting yesterday. And then today we're coming back. So yesterday, here, I'll show you what I did. This is what I did. Yesterday, I set up, right there it is. I set up my Zwift ride. So last night, the night before, Friday night, I set it up, and for me, for my life, I have to be able to do this when the wife does not need help or attention. And I'm saying that not in a mean way. I'm just saying that because I can't be in the middle of a race or a run or something, and then she needs attention or needs help for something to go to the bathroom or whatever the need may be. Like I said, she is completely functionally disabled. She has the use of basically these 2 fingers, and they're not really even hardly any use at all. So I have to be around to help her out. So I set the Zwift up Friday night after we came home from working the store all day, and then we went out to dinner, and then we came home, got her into bed, and she goes to bed around 8 or so. So I'm figuring to myself, I don't watch TV at night. The only thing I watch at night is maybe sports. And most of the time I'm scrolling on my phone watching YouTube videos, or I'm watching YouTube videos on the TV. So I'm gonna start Zwifting at night, at least for now, until I can get some acclimation, because I haven't ridden a bike since I was 16, 17 years old. I mean, I've ridden a couple times around the neighborhood or nothing, but nothing serious. So I set the Zwift up. I've got my iPad that I'm using as the screen, which when my vision is not super great, you know, in this distance, so I have to have it really far away, and I don't want to have my glasses on and get them all sweaty and steamy. I set that up and I did the intro ride. There's an intro ride that they have on there. The application is so simple. It is so easy. I just plugged all the Bluetooth in. I have my heart rate monitor on, and I hit go, and it took me right into, and I already had the app loaded up on the iPad. I already had my information in there, so I just went to initiation ride, and boom, it went in there, and you said just start riding. So I just start riding, and the thing starts coming up, and it starts telling you about all of this screen icons and everything that's on there, and it's telling you all about the ride, and it's going through the gears, and it's teaching you all about it. The first night I think I did 12 minutes or so just out here in the garage, and I was a sweating mess by the time I finished riding it. And I was like, oh, that felt really good. That felt fantastic. I said I just finished with the first stage, and then that was it. And then the next day we went to the store. Look, unfortunately for me, I did not hit save, so I didn't save my progress. So I came back out here last night, and after I got her to bed, and I was going to continue on, but I had to start all over again. So I did the initial ride again, plus I finished that first stage. So I ended up with like 6 miles. I think almost 7 miles by the time I finished. And there were some uphill rides and there was some downhill, and it was just taking you around. It's so much fun. It's like playing a game, but you're riding a bike, and you're really trying to keep up with people, and you're learning all about the gears and drafting and all this other stuff. And for me, with doing the X3, you learn about muscle fatigue, and you learn about burn, you learn about how pushing past the burn. And when you're doing the chest press, and you're doing all this other, the deadlifts and everything else, and you're learning about the burn, and you're learning, oh my God, it hurts so bad, but I still have about 8 or 9 good reps to go. Same thing with riding that bike. You start getting that burn, and it's like, oh my God, ooh, this is burning. So you drop down a couple gears where it's a little bit easier, catch your breath a little bit, and then you kind of go back up to some heavier gears, and you keep on grinding. I finished last night. It was a little over 31 minutes, and I was just, I was sweating like crazy. I didn't have the fan on. I didn't have the garage door open. It was a little cool out, but it wasn't that cold. And it was like between 9 and 9:30 or so when I did that last night. Whew, yeah, I was pretty wiped out. So I dried off and took a shower, and then watched some TV for a little while, whatever it was, a football game or something, until I could calm down a little bit, and then I went to bed, and I slept pretty dang good. So today, we'll see how it goes. So today and tomorrow's wife's treatment, and that's usually a short morning for me. So today we're going to do, like I said, 1 chest press, 1 overhead, 1 tricep, and then do our 1-legged squat, and then we're done. And I'm talking a lot right now because I'm not really concerned about time. If she gets up, I can still work out in between while I get her up, come out here and get that done. My life is kind of complicated when you have your spouse is your caretaker, or you have to be the caregiver for your spouse. And she decided to open a business right before you retired. And the one employee we had that gave us a couple days, we have our daughter who works the store mainly, and then we have one employee that worked Fridays and Saturdays, which gave us time off to go do things. She quit a couple years ago, got a better job, and not that it was a better job, she was offered a really good job. So she quit, which means I had to go back to working at the store. And those were good days when she and Ashley were working the store. I would drop my wife off there, and Ashley would take care of her for the day while they worked the store together, and I could go off and I could go play disc golf. I could go do some stuff. I could get some chore stuff around the house. So that was good for that time. And then when Ashley basically quit, that put me into the store Fridays and Saturdays with my wife full time. And then her disability had just progressed to the point where I needed to be there, be around for her all the time. And then we've checked into caregiving, and it's expensive. And as a retired person, I don't have a ton of money, and we don't make any money on the store. We don't make any money in the store. The only person who gets paid at the store is my daughter, she has to make a paycheck, and she ain't making a whole lot. So when we close the store down come the end of this year, and she can move on to getting herself a better job, which she has a couple kind of lined up already, so it'll be good for her. All right, I'm talking here, and let's just talk and do this. I'm really excited about this Zwifting, about riding the bike, the trainer. That's another challenge. This challenge is right up my alley. I love challenge. I've always loved challenging myself, not against other people, against myself. Now, when I was younger and I would go to the gym, when I was in my 20s, I would work all day. I was a truck driver, and I would work all day working for a soda company, busting your ass back in the 90s, back in the late 80s and early 90s, busting your ass, doing all that work. And then I would go to the gym with my buddies, and there was a competition between me and them who could lift the most. So that was a competition. That was always fun. That was a challenge. And I love lifting. And I put on, after I got out of the military, I was only weighing like 190, and with less than a year lifting with those guys and working and eating everything, I went up from 190 to 230 in less than a year, and I was freaking solid. And since then, I have never been below 230 as a constant body composition. I've been anywhere from 235 to 260 over the past 30 odd years. And a lot of that was weightlifting. I was strong, and of course I was working in the prison system, so that kept me motivated to be working out and strong. Didn't feel good walking in to into my job and not have a day of lifting behind me the day before, where I was at least felt confident that I could at least handle myself if it came down to it, which there was times when you do 25 years in California state prisons, you're going to be involved in some physical altercations. I'm just doing a little warm-ups here, seeing how my body feels. We'll see how the leg feels when I do my split squat. We'll see how that feels. Just kind of riding it back slow, keeping that tension like an isometric. All right, that's it. We're gonna set up and we're gonna get going. All right, we're ready to go. I got the Paraforce black band, the regular bar, my mouth guard. We're gonna do presses, go to total fatigue, try and beat that number that I get on a regular basis, and then finish out to get total of 30 reps, and then we'll be done with chest presses. Ooh, it's cold. Eight, 23. I can feel the fatigue in my body. Oh, 30. Oh, I like that. It was good. I can definitely feel the overall body fatigue of what I've put myself through in the past couple days, but I still felt strong. I still felt good. I got 23 good pushes. Took a nice little break and then finished off to hit the 30. Whew. We're gonna take a little break and we're gonna set up for some overheads. We're all set up. We've got the white band, the white Paraforce band, overheads, standing, kneeling, whatever it takes to go to total full exhaustion, and then take a little break and then finish off to hit 30 reps. I was sitting here thinking I'm hoping I can stay, which I know I can, because I'm a gamer at heart. I played, like I said, I've played, if you listen, I played World of Warcraft for many years. So I love playing the games and the adventure of the games. I quit playing because of obviously responsibilities and other things that don't have time for, don't have time to play it. So I'm hoping that this Zwift will give me that type of rush of playing the game. Plus, like I said, I love challenging myself and working to total exhaustion, exerting my body in those fashions. So I'm hoping that I can be as dedicated to that Zwift as I am to this X3 and lifting on a continual basis. Which I pretty much know that, you know, as long as I have the time to be able to get at least, you know, like 4 or 5 rides in during a week, I can build up my endurance and get stronger, just like I do with this. Like I said, there's been times where I've done 7 days a week. There's times where I've only done 3 days a week, but it's always been continual and always getting stronger. You go to bed and you wake up every day, and when you wake up in the morning, it's a whole new day. You may not have the body that you want yet, but you just continue working every day, and eventually you will get there. You have to tweak things, tweak your diet, tweak your workout schedule, tweak your sleeping schedule. Just quit drinking alcohol, quit doing other things if you desire that. So as long as I'm getting out of bed every day and getting up and doing stuff, I'm doing something to improve my body every day. And improving your body also improves your mind. It gives you a positive outlook, because believe me, with my wife and her condition and dealing with that on a regular basis, there's a lot of dark stuff out there, because it's so unfair for her, it's so unfair for me, and whatever. But you know what? You come out here, you get your aggression out, you get your adrenaline out, and then your mind is more positive to dealing with her and dealing with the stresses of the day. Empty. 23. Oh. 30 total. Whew, that was easier than I thought, but harder than I thought. Whew. Oh, all right. Feels good. Nice and chilly out here. All right, we're gonna get ready for some tricep press downs. And then we'll be done with pushes. All right, for tricep press downs, I'm gonna use the Paraforce dark gray. I'm gonna put a rubber band on. Hopefully this one isn't so dry that it's gonna pop on me. It probably will. Just don't like them splitting in the back, and these smaller bands are rounded on the edges. They're not a flat band like the old X3 bands. These are kind of a rounded edge on them, so they don't sit really nice together. So just use a little bit of encouragement and putting a rubber band on there to keep them together. And I'm going to, I know that that band may be slipping a little bit on the back, so we're going to put my shirt over my shoulders. All right. There we go. Get it up there. I got right over the shoulder blades. This is why I like it when I'm doing the press downs. I prefer it around my neck, but we don't want to put that pressure on the back of your neck. Uh, 20. I don't know if that's my best. I try not to look at my paper before I do all these exercises. Try not to and mentally push past a number that I know is there. I try and just go to a totally fatigue and see what it is when I go over there and mark them down on my paper. Anyway. Thirty. Ooh. 20 for that. Got 10 more to finish off to hit the 30. Triceps are strong. I've already used them on the chest press. Already used them on the overhead. So just isolating them and just doing press downs. I think if I was fresh without doing all the other stuff, I could probably get 30 with that dark gray band, but that's not the goal. The goal is to work all of your bigger muscles first, and then your smaller muscles, which are helping the big muscles work, you finish off in isolation, finish off the working out with those. All right, we're gonna get set up for our one-legged squat. We have one leg, right leg, split squat, white band with the belt. We're gonna try and get 10, 11 reps. I already know that that's kind of what I'm going for right now, is 10 reps. Back and forth every day. If I feel good, go for 11. After a while, I should be able to get more than that. So that's coming up in just a few minutes. All right, time for the final exercise for the day. One leg, split squat, Paraforce, white band, doubled up, using the bar between the legs. I know it's going to be painful, especially after doing that Zwift last night. I think I feel like I finished, like I said, 9:30 sometime last night, so haven't had a whole lot of rest for the body. But you know what? We're going to put it through some grinds. We're only doing 10 reps as a minimum. We'll see what else we can get. And this belt really cuts into your side when you're not wearing a shirt. Oh, yeah. Whew. 11 with that. And I did put a rubber band on that to try and keep it together as much as I can. Whew. Actually felt better doing that this time than last week when I did it. I'm getting the motion down and I'm getting stronger doing it, which was what I wanted in the first place. All my effort into one leg today, all my effort into the next leg tomorrow. Back and forth, building up the strength and endurance in both those legs. All right, we're gonna take a little break and then we'll finish this up. Whew. All right, we're done. My camera sideways. All right, there we go. It was a good. It wasn't as quickly as I wanted it to, because I'm not really racing for time this morning. It's Sunday, football day. Our team doesn't play until the night game tonight, although my wife does like to watch the Raiders. She's a secondary Raiders fan. So we'll probably watch that this morning. I don't know, she wants to go do something. We're not working the store today, so we can get out and go do something for a while. She does not like being cooped up in the house for long. She did that for years while I was still working. When I was working graveyards, I would come home at 6 in the morning. She would get out of bed, she'd go sit on the couch. I would sleep till like noon, and then she would be waiting for me to get up. And as soon as I got up, she was in, or not even sometimes she knew I was getting up around noon. She'd be in the shower by 11:15 so that she could be up and ready to go. And I slept at the time with face mask on and earplugs in, so I couldn't hear anything, which was fantastic, man. Talk about coming home from work after doing graveyards. And if you want to go to sleep right away, get one of those blackout masks that totally blocks out everything and put some earplugs in your ears and lay down. Whew, man, I could fall asleep in less than 5 minutes when I was doing that. So anyway, so we got things to do today. Workout today, I like that. Going to 30, that was fantastic. I like that. Kind of mixing it up a little bit. I do like also doing the lesser bands and getting them matching the same amount of reps. But I'm just trying to mix it up a little bit. Still continuing with the base exercise of 1 rep to total fatigue, and then doing a secondary set, whether it's trying to get to 30 or matching with the lesser bands. Fantastic. Standing in front of my newest thing, my Zwift. Can't wait to do that again. I need to get me a 32-inch flat screen. My setup here for the platform is kind of hokey. I've got a TV tray sitting on top of the Zwift box, so it's high enough. I think I got to order me one of those adjustable tray things on Amazon and get one of those to put it on. I need to get a 32-inch flat screen TV, which I just looked on Amazon, and there was a nice 4K 32-inch flat screen TV for 88 bucks. I'm like, oh my God, 88 bucks for a 32-inch? Yes, that's what I need. I need a 32-inch flat screen sitting right here, and then my terrible old man eyesight, I could actually see better. I mean, I'm trying to watch that little iPad. I got a nice iPad. I'm trying to look at it, and I'm writing, and I'm sweating like crazy. I got to pick my glasses up, and I got to put them on. I got to look to see and put them back down. And I'm like, this is just terrible. It sucks. It sucks getting old. It sucks, especially with the vision. It's been going on about 53, so every year it seems like it's getting a little bit worse. I'm trying to do things. I know being pre-diabetic was kind of an issue with that. I don't think I'm pre-diabetic anymore. I've stopped all that stuff. Matter of fact, I'm back to OMAD, 1 meal a day, which I think has really been helping with here. Still taking my amino acids in the morning and taking my amino acids before I go to bed at night. Trying to eat healthy, staying away from overabundance of fat, especially the fat, staying away from the fat. And I've been trying to eat less red meat right now, trying to stay with the cleaner meats. When we've been going out to Mexican food, which is a lot of times with the wife, I've been getting shrimp tacos and shrimp burritos with black rice and beans and stuff like that. So trying to eat more healthy with that. And then of course the fasting. I really never had a problem with fasting. Although if it's morning time and I smell breakfast, somebody's making breakfast, I'm gonna want some. That's my favorite meal of the day is breakfast. Bacon, eggs, sausage, pancakes, all that stuff is just like my favorite meal. So I try not to indulge in that, although it is Sunday and I have been working out pretty hard for the past couple days, especially riding the bike and stuff. I may make some eggs and sausage. I think we got some Farmer John sausage in the refrigerator that the wife likes, so when she gets up I'll make her a couple eggs and a sausage, and we'll have that while we watch some football in the morning. So that's it for today. Tomorrow is a pull day. It's her treatment day, so we got to be out of the house earlier. That means I got to be up a little bit earlier. Probably not going to walk. I might do like one lap, do some exercises, and then I don't know, we'll just see. I might have to do my exercises while she is in the shower, and I can get that done sometimes because in between assisting her and her being able to take care of herself, I get little breaks, so I can come out here and do an exercise and go back. We'll just see that is. I just play that by ear. I do want to get my pulls in, and we'll do the same thing as we did today. We'll do one set of total exhaustion and then finish off with hitting the 30 reps with whatever that is, with the deadlifts, with the bent rows, and with the curls, and the left leg split squat to finish it off. So that's it. I'm rambling, rambling like I'm always doing. If you're enjoying this, and give the thumbs up. I love YouTube, and I love to just watch people. I have several shows that I like to watch, and it's just random shows. Diego tries hard. He works on his cabin up in Washington, up in the state of Washington, and he's very the dude is very thorough. He does a lot of work around his cabin, rebuilding his cabin and stuff, and it's just entertaining. It's just fun, entertaining. I like keeping up with him and what's going on. I love Skeleton City. I love the husband and wife team riding the Zwift bikes together, and they're all about vegetarian, vegan, and being healthy, riding the bikes. And they do a live every day. They have their channel kind of blew up this year, and I've loved them ever since they came on. Their sense of humor is mine, sarcasm, and and just off-put sense of humor. So they're the ones that really kind of got me to finally pull the trigger and get a Zwift and to start doing the riding. I've been struggling with losing weight, and I know that if I put in the riding with this, which is a great challenge, a physical challenge, that I'm going to get there. There's some other ones. I like BC Adventure, a bike riding guy. He just goes out and rides, does all the video cameras from his bike point. He rode from Canada to Mexico in 12 days down the coast of California, down the west coast, and that was a great 9.9 episode adventure. So just keeping up with him as far as his adventures. There's other people I like to just watch this random stuff of people going out and doing stuff. There's a couple I started watching recently in Finland who bought an island in the middle of a lake, and they are building a cabin and living self-sustainably on it, in this island, and they are completely rookies at cutting down trees and building stuff, but he's just going for it. He's doing it. His girlfriend's filming it all. It's all in the mountains in Finland, and it's fun. I like those type of shows. So if you're enjoying just me rambling and me showing you my daily exercise, like I said, if you get out of bed every day and you get out of bed and you don't do any type of exercise, I'm feeling for you. You got to do something. Just do something. Just do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, go for a walk every day. Just go for a walk if that's a basis where you can start at, and you'll start feeling better. You'll start getting energy, because every day that I'm waking up and I'm alive, I'm going to try and improve myself and get better every day. So I can see the wife's calling. She wants to get up, so we're going to end this, and then we're going to edit and we're going to post it. Not that there's much editing, but we're going to do that. So get it done. Go live your life, and I'll see you tomorrow for pull day.